Far and away, the most issues I find on the Common App are found on the Education tab. So let's take a few minutes to go over the most popular problems. First off, how do you find the high school that you attend? You'll click here, click Find School, and it will pre-populate with the closest high schools to here. If you don't see HHS here, usually right at the top, then go ahead and start typing Hillsborough to get it to come up. And then hit Continue. You'll see it pop into the list here. If you've always attended HHS since the beginning of grade 9, you started in September 2017. So go ahead and find that in the calendar. It's not a boarding school. We don't stay over there overnight, even though it feels like it sometimes. And hopefully we'll all graduate from there this year. Our graduation date, we're putting in June 2021. If you attended high school in the normal schedule, you'll pick no change in progression. Otherwise, pick the one that applies to you and hit Continue. If you transferred into HHS at any point, then you have attended another school that wasn't already listed. So what you'll do is you'll pick the number of those schools that you attended. So if you've transferred twice, then you hit 2. If you transferred once, you'll hit 1. And you'll have to choose each of those high schools, just as you did on the previous tab, and when you attended those schools. Then hit Continue. Colleges and universities. This question is about whether or not you've taken any coursework that would show up on a college transcript anywhere. This includes dual enrollment. I'll use that as the example because it affects the most of you. So if you've attended dual enrollment or some other college course, you'll pick the number of schools that affects. So if you're doing dual enrollment, it's just one, Raritan Valley Community College. This search that you'll see on your screen is going to look exactly the same as the one that on the high school tab. So you'll start typing Raritan, it'll come up, you'll choose it, and it'll populate here. If you have credits from some other college, go ahead and search for that school to add it. If you're doing dual enrollment, you'll pick the top box here, dual enrollment with high school. If it was part of some summer program, maybe you went to Villanova and as part of their business summer program, you got free credits. That's what a summer program is. If you just went to RV and took general psych over the summer as a plain old college course, that's what this one is. You can select more than one if it applies. For dual enrollment, you started the course in September 2020, that's this month, and you expect it to be done in June 2021. That's what applies for if you're taking senior English as dual enrollment, which is the most popular situation for our students. Otherwise, pick the dates that apply to you. You won't be earning a degree, and then go ahead and click Continue. Now the grades. This is where we see a lot of students having questions. I've already gotten a nice sized handful of them this year. Graduating class size, notice approximate. And that's because the reality is that number is constantly changing. So we're going to go with a nice round number of 600. It's pretty close to what we actually have. Class rank reporting, that's none. GPA scale, 100. It's the bottom one in the dropdown. So keep scrolling down and you'll see it down there. Now cumulative GPA, don't make it up. Don't round it. Don't convert it to a 4.0 scale. Go to your transcript in Genesis, look up your GPA, the cumulative one at the bottom, and put it in here. I generally recommend that students go ahead and put in the weighted GPA. There's no harm in doing that. Go ahead, put the weighted one here and select weighted. Then click Continue. Now for this one, you're going to need to enter each of the courses that you're taking this year. So go ahead and get out that transcript that's on Genesis and take a look at it. Count all of the courses that appear in that last fourth box. It's usually something like 6, 7, or 8. You'll notice that everything in there is something that you're getting some kind of credit for, and we need to report all of those courses here on the Common application. So once you've got your number, you're going to go ahead and pick it. If you figure out later that your number was off, you can change it, but it is a little bit more work because some of the information deletes every time you make that change. Our course scheduling system is a semester system. All of our courses are semester or a year. We don't have any marking period courses, so we're going to pick semester. And then we're going to start typing in the courses. Again, you're working right off of your transcript here. So we have English 4 CP. It is a college prep level course, so you need to scroll down until you find college prep. Which options do we use at HHS? We use advanced placement if you're in an AP course. We use college prep. We use dual enrollment. Like if that English 4 CP course that you're taking is the dual enrollment version, go ahead and make sure you pick that. We also use the honors version. And finally, we also use regular and standard. Regular and standard takes Precedence for anything that is not CP, really, honors or AP. So if it doesn't have one of those things, it's an unweighted course that counts in your GPA, including things like Reach Internship, Independent Study. Those are all regular standard. So you go ahead and pick that. And then what is the schedule? It is full year, first semester, or second semester. So again, there we go. And we're hitting continue. And for those of you that started working on that section over the summer, make sure you go ahead and update it for any changes that you've made over the past week or so during add drop. Now, what about the honors section? What counts here? You've got 5 spots that you can fill in. Note that it's anything that it's an honor related to an academic achievement. So this doesn't include things like all county for sports. It could include things like an academic All-American for sports, though. It could also include things like AP Scholar Awards, potentially things like honor societies, though sometimes a better place for those is on the activities section. It really depends on how many things you have in each category, though. Other kinds of tests or school, regional, national awards. Another question that comes up is if I put honor society here, is that a school level or a national level? You should be putting that at a school level, typically, and that's most of the questions that come up there. Then we'll continue. Most of you are not working with any community-based organizations that are giving you a free assistance. If you are, you'll pick one there, and you'll have to, I think, designate what that organization is. And finally, we have the future plans section. This is not where you're declaring your major. It's just saying what you think you want to do when you grow up, what kind of career you want. Where you'll select your major is on the My Colleges tab within each colleges section. Depending upon what you're doing, though, you might want to make sure that those things align. So if you're applying for biology majors and then here you're saying that you want to be a business owner, does that make sense? Maybe. It depends on exactly what you want to do. But if you are applying to different majors in different schools, don't forget that you may also want to consider changing this information as you go. How the Common App submits is whatever information is on this Common App tab at the time that you submit the individual college applications is what will go to that school. I hope that helps to clarify things.